Hello there, and today is a very special day. I am one away from completing 20,000 games of GeoGuessr, which is a lot of games, and yes, I'm aware that some legends in the community have done more than this, but for me, it feels like one hell of a milestone, and I've really put in a shift in with my activity, my learning, and the amount of games I've been playing this year, and it's really nice to see how much has changed even in the last few months. Like I think 3 or 4 months ago, I reached my 15,000th mark, which was March 26th, so around when Kazakhstan got new coverage ish. And yeah, that's not too far away. That's 4 months away. So I've been playing over 1,000 games a month, equivalent pretty much since then, which is quite nice. And my 10,000th game was almost a year ago, so it's kind of crazy how many games I've played since August. 10,000 to 20,000 in less than a year is going to be a pretty nice feeling. And I might as well show you some data. So if I show you a quick summary of how 24 compares to 23. So I've currently played 7,784 games this year on whether it is single player, so just playing normal maps, or like challenge links. That's what it means by normal games. And the rest is from parties. So the Team Duels Live challenges are from parties. And combined, I've technically reached 10,000 this year already. Same as last year, I also played 10,000 games if I include party games, including these three topics. I excluded some stuff like Battle Royales, and stuff like that, and Bullseye. And I've also got no data for 2022, so it's just these 2 years. And yeah, you can also see like the differences. Like I've definitely played more games, and I'm only halfway through 2024, which says a lot. You can look at the average per month. 2024 is excluding July, so that's something to be aware of. But yeah, like I've pretty much tripled the amount of games I'm playing each month, which really shows how much more active I've been and how much more grinding I've put into the game. Same with the duels, and Team Duels is quite similar, which is quite interesting, and similar story with live challenges, but I don't really play that many live challenges. But if you look at the combined average, it's still double of last year. And percentage-wise, you can see a majority of my games this year are being played solo-wise, so normal games, so like single player, just playing on maps that I want to grind on, as well as challenge links. And compared to last year, it was a lot more split between normal games and team duels. Whereas this year, everything else has kind of got a bit lowered, especially, well, most of the team duels has dropped in percentage, but I do a fair amount of it still with my friends. So yeah, you can clearly see that I've been really putting a bigger shift in with those single player games. Technically, in the last 2 years, I've played over 21,284 games if you put all this into account. But if we combine 24 and 23, then we've played over 13,500 games. So pretty nice. And like I said, I've got data here as well. There's a quick summary. So this year so far, I've been averaging over 1,200 games a month, if excluding July. My best month was April, where I played 2,000 games. And compared to last year, my average was a lot lower, most because of work kind of happened, and also, yeah, I just wasn't as much of a grinder then. And also, when I did grind, it was like for a short span, and I wasn't really maintaining it. So, like July, I was doing a lot of grinding, but then again, that was a lot of UK stuff. So, yeah, I feel like December was really when I started to take things a bit more seriously. But to see like how much 24 and 23 differ is quite cool. And I've also got my data for my duels and stuff from this year. I've already played 825 games on parties, not the multiplayer mode, just to bring that up. I've excluded that. And yeah, you can see like by general pattern, the numbers lower for 2023, excluding team duels, but the average per month is pretty much the same for now. But yeah, that's the data. Pretty cool to look at. But let's jump into the 20,000th game, and I'm gonna play it on a map called An Improved World. A lot of you guys will be aware of this map, of course. It's made by my good friend Wolf Trekker, an absolute amazing map. It's very fun to play. And yeah, I'm going to play at NMPZ as well. It could go well, it could go very wrong, but like I say, Wolf Trekker is one of my closest friends in the community. He's been there supporting me a lot throughout the ups and downs, been a really nice person around to chill with as well. And why not make it the 20,000th game on his map, you know? I might as well do it for the culture. And yeah, let's do NMPZ. We'll give ourselves a minute and let's see how good or how bad this goes. Like I say, if it's a disaster 20k, oh well, we move on and hopefully the next milestone game will be better. But yeah, let's jump into it and see how this goes. Okay, round one looks like... I wanted to say Russia, but could this ever be a beta Ukraine? That would be crazy. Um, that would be crazy. I think it is Russia. I think. And if it is Russia, I'd probably go like Krasnodar with this like very dry vegetation. Quite grassy as well, makes sense. Northeast grid. Could try something like this maybe. I mean, we're next to a railway, which is quite interesting to be honest. But it's 2 hour north, so yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to find this. I'm really worried about Ukraine here. Like, this could so easily be Ukraine, unless I'm missing something obvious like Romania or something. I think Ukraine, Russia is probably the best option here. So we'll see. Oh, Samara. Okay, I mean that still makes sense. It still makes sense. It can get quite dry up there. I did feel like it was a bit awkward where I was, but interesting location. There's the railway. So yeah, if I was more confident Samara, that was more findable. But in this scenario, then yeah, good luck. Um, so it looks like we've got India. So this seed already seems to not be favouring me very well. um, okay. Yeah, I actually do not know what to go here. Don't know where to go. Um, yeah, this is a very weird round. I think I just have to go New Delhi. I mean, that's the only thing I can see myself going here. Like, what else am I meant to do? But this 20,000th game has not been easy so far. Hopefully this is just New Delhi, but I wouldn't put it past me to be the complete other side of the other country. Is that Latin? I think it's still Latin, yeah. Latin script. So I'll still go New Delhi, but we'll see. Okay, it was not in New Delhi. It was in Haryana. Um, Rohtak. Okay, fair enough, Jeff. Damn. At least it was near. Um, next round, I want to say this is the US with these road lines. Feels more northern, hills to the east, which is quite interesting. I want to say it's either like from Pennsylvania up until like even New Hampshire. This could be fake road lines. I don't want to fully trust that, but I'm debating like maybe like hills in Pennsylvania is probably the best option I feel here. From vibes, I think we've got some birch trees as well, which makes more sense to go north. But it is a bit weird. It is a bit Skulawesi, as I would say. So I still feel like that makes more sense. US still needs work. Um, but I think I'm just going to stick with it and see what this is. It won't surprise me if it's a bit more south. It won't surprise me if it's some weird northeast. So let's just see. Okay, it was West Virginia, which makes sense for the fake road lines, I guess, if that's what it was. But I didn't know whether to trust it in that scenario. But kind of had the right idea at least, which is the more important thing, I guess. Okay, so this round we've got yellow road lines. We've got a very lush green environment. These poles are looking Peruvian. Um, I don't know where to region guess in Peru here, which is a bit of a problem. But if I had to guess, I'd probably say somewhere near Tarapoto. Kind of southeast, south road angle or something like that. Probably it's almost dead south really. So maybe I try something outskirts Tower Portal here. Because I mean, it could be more south, it could be all the way down here. That is a worry. But I feel like most times out of 10 I would go here anyway. But this could be quite punishing. We'll get the country right, but region guessing this round is not going to be favourable for me, I think. But we'll see. We may be right. Let's find out. Yep, it's exactly my main concern. 28C, I can't do that road for the life of me. But yeah, this has been quite a tough seed for 20k, but let's hope we can get 20k in the 5 rounds at least. So yeah, Turkey here, we've got these interesting poles. Tree vegetation, quite interesting. I still feel like this. I feel like this has to be more west. I probably won't go too far from Ankara here. Hills in the northeast, kind of an east to west ridge. Hmm. I'm worried about it being more like very east here as well, which is a bit of a concern. But I think I see orange roofs in the distance, which probably most likely going to be tiled anyway. But yeah, these snow poles are specific to Turkey. Don't know if they're region usable, but I do see a lot of them in the east. But to me, this feels more west. And yeah, let's just plonk here and see where this is. And it was more east. Oh dear me. And I didn't even reach 20k on my 20,000th game. That is definitely an unlucky situation, but it happens. That was not the E. I mean, for me, I think the round I could have got some more points was round 3. I should have just trusted the roll downs a bit more, but maybe Pennsylvania has them as well. I might be fine. Peru, yeah, I really do need to practice them type of roads in east of the like the mountain range. I need to really get that sorted. But Turkey is a bit of a cope, to be honest. I'm just not good at Turkey. I wish I don't know. It's probably a bit too late now, but I wish I had more practice with it or more help with it. But it is what it is. I've had so much help with other countries, so hopefully those other countries will come up more often than Turkey does, let's say. But yeah, pretty tough seed, as you would expect on an improved world, but it was fun. And like I say, it's a very goated map. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will do an update with the training at start of next week. I just give you guys a rough idea of what's going on behind the scenes. And yeah, and then it won't be too far away then, and I might be doing other things more publicly, like playing some games or maybe doing some collaborations. I'm not too sure, but I will still be not showing too much. But when it gets closer, I feel like I can do because obviously it's getting close to the event. It doesn't really matter at that point. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, of course.